As you already know, an appositive is a noun or pronoun placed next to another noun or pronoun to identify or describe it. When we are trying to select the correct pronoun to use with an appositive, we use the same case as the word to which the appositive refers. To determine the correct form for a pronoun used with an appositive or as an appositive, read the sentence with only the pronoun. In other words, we offered to help, or give us a chance to bat. Finally, the Yankees have Tanaka and him. Going back to look at the grammar and why these answers are correct, in the first sentence, we scouts offered to help. Offered is the verb, scouts is the subject. We is naming the scouts, therefore we is naming the subject, which calls for a nominative case pronoun. In the next example, give us girls a chance to bat, give is the verb, you understood is the subject, give is an action verb, give what? A chance. To whom? The girls. In this case, your appositive is naming the indirect object, therefore we need an objective case pronoun. Finally, in the sentence, the Yankees have two players, Tanaka and him. Have is the verb, Yankees is the subject. Have is an action verb. Have who? Two players. Players is the direct object. Tanaka and him is naming the direct object, therefore it requires an objective case pronoun. The pronoun in an incomplete construction refers to a comparison. When you are making a comparison, you use the words than and as. So after making your comparison, in other words, after than and as, introducing an incomplete construction, use the form of the pronoun that would be correct if the construction were completed. Let's do some examples. I am as tall as. The correct answer, or the correct pronoun here would be she, which is a nominative case pronoun. The question is why? Let's take a closer look at the grammar. Am is a linking verb. I is the subject. And here we start our comparison. If I were to complete the thought, that sentence would read, I am as tall as she is tall. That's the comparison. Therefore, your pronoun is being used as the subject, and thus we needed a nominative case pronoun. In a sentence with an action verb, such as John throws a football better than, we complete the construction by incorporating the verb and the object. John throws a football better than he, subject, throws, verb, a football. If this sentence read, John throws a football better than him, what you are suggesting is that the construction would be completed as follows. John throws a football better than John throws him, because him is an objective case pronoun. You need a nominative case pronoun as a subject. An example when you would use an objective case pronoun is, I like Jody better than her. Because if you complete that construction, it would be, I like Jody better than I, subject, like, action verb, her. If I said, I like Jody better than she, what I mean is, I like Jody better than she likes Jody. So when you have an incomplete construction, the pronoun that you choose demonstrates to the reader a different idea. So be careful. Finally, we come to the topic of clear pronoun reference. Pronouns, you will recall, have antecedents, or the word that the pronoun refers back to. When you are writing, a pronoun should refer clearly to its antecedent. For example, my uncle called my brother after he won the marathon. He is the pronoun in the sentence. The question is, what is he referring back to? It's unclear. It could be my uncle or it could be my brother. It's not that he is incorrect, it's just not clear. So your job as a writer is to make sure that your reader understands your intent. You would rewrite this sentence any number of ways. Here are two of them. After my uncle won the marathon, he called my brother. He clearly refers back to my uncle. Or, after my brother won the marathon, my uncle called him. Clearly refers back to my brother. A common issue in writing is a sentence such as this one. In the textbook, it explains how cells divide. Let's look at the grammar of that sentence. Explains is the verb. Divide is another verb. It is the subject of explains. In the textbook is a prepositional phrase. How cells divide is a clause. Ask yourself, what does it refer back to? If it's referring back to the textbook, well, why do you need the prepositional phrase? Be clear, be direct. The textbook explains how cells divide. It is just not necessary in that sentence. Both the topics of pronouns and incomplete constructions and clear pronoun reference are issues of writing with clarity, more than they are grammar issues. So the worksheets that you will be doing are asking you to rewrite sentences. Be mindful of the directions on each sheet and understand that there may be many different answers based on how you rewrite the sentence. Your job is to clear up your pronoun reference or to make sure that your construction is complete so that your reader understands your intent. Please turn to eBackpack.